When it comes to teaching children or facilitating their child's learning, parents can be broadly divided into three categories. Number one are those parents who are very, very possessive. They want to know each and every details about the curriculum, the notes, the grades, the exams, and every stuff. They take the responsibility all over themselves. The second category is that parent tries to shoulder the responsibility of teaching to our teachers or the institution. So they are not bothered much about all that things. They just take care that all the facilities are done, all kinds of arrangements are done for tuitions or what kind of extra learning or reading activities are to be done. Everything they do it, and they are just washed off from their responsibility. And third category, I would call it the smart parent, or those people who just take the responsibility of few things, try to facilitate and see to it why the child is not able to learn or what happens, what is a problem, and try to solve that problem, and then give the responsibility both to teachers as well as student or the child. Now this, don't you think, is a smart parenting? Now, I would like to share 6 steps how to facilitate your child's learning style. Now, which category you belong to, you will have to tell me in the comment section. Myself, Kaneez Fathima, teen parent relationship coach. I help parents to build intimacy in their relationship along with their teens and help them to outwit their hurdles in life. This is something very important when it comes to teaching or when it comes to facilitating the child's learning, because most parents get frustrated, they are stressful because they are not able to teach their children the way they want to, or even the curriculum is changed and maybe they are not well equipped with all that skill set to teach their children. Sometimes we need to understand that the child needs some external motivation so that the ball keeps moving. Now, what are those things we will have to understand? The very first thing that the parent needs to have is create bonding. Yes, creating bonding, because what happens when the more stressed we are, we talk in our tonality, our gesture, everything keeps changing. And we lose that connection or we lose that intimacy in our relationship. There is no quick or effective bonding between the parents and the children. That's the reason the child doesn't want to be with parent at all. The child feels that I can rather be alone at home, or I need not come to my house at all. Whenever I come, my mom starts telling or talking about my studies. Now, bonding is the primary need. We have to take care that we create a lot of intimacy or we have that strong bonding in our relationship. Only then the child will listen to you and they feel like listening to us, right? This also, bonding with our own studies and curriculum is also important. The thing is, child is not able to get that particular interest in studies, maybe due to many factors. I would say it may be due to the teachers also, or it may be due to the institution. The subject is not interesting and all that stuff. The child is not able to understand the concept, and that is the reason he's not finding that subject easy. Subject is he is finding that subject very complicated. Now, we need to create that bonding with that subject as well. How to make a child love that particular subject, we have to think over that matter and try to see that the child starts to have some interesting topics, or he's trying to come up with some interesting facts or figures or something like that related to that particular subject. Now the child is trying to explore things in a better way. My son used to not like social studies in his very young age. And then I started playing games using Atlas. I bought an Atlas and then I started playing games with him. He started exploring more and more about that particular, the region, the areas, and all that stuff. And then he started learning. But till date, he really likes social science. This is something that we need to create that interest in children and make that bonding very strong. Second thing is very crucial, and that is our relationship. Now, you may be thinking, what relationship has to do with the curriculum? Of course, it matters. If the spouse or parents are having some conflicts, the child is not able to study well. The environment, he is not having a conducive environment at home so that he can sit and concentrate. Now we need to see that we have a very good relationship with our spouse, with our parents, like the child's grandparents also. Sometimes it could be my parents, maternal parents, or even in-laws, or whatever happens, we need to take care of all these. So that respecting each other and having concern for each other, love and care for each other, this is mandatory. When you have that things around, child is able to have a very good environment, a learning environment at home. So it's not just about the curriculum that matters. Even the child is learning everything from everywhere. Universe has got so many things to teach them, and imbibing all that qualities and then coming to the academics, this creates better results. Number 3, we have to identify what kind of learning style the child has, whether the child is able to understand the concepts visually, or he learns visually, or something maybe through audios, or maybe he feels, or he has emotions, or he tries to do it by himself and then learns. So there are again 3 categories here: visual learner, auditory learner, and kinesthetic learner. Visual learners are those who see and learn things. They like bright colors. They want to have big charts or different colorful sketch pens and markers and all that stuff, and they just see things, colorful things, and then they retain their studies, all that matter, all that they retain all the concepts very easily through visuals. They remember all that pictures very easily, some diagrams, charts, graphs, and all that. There are again people who are auditory, who learn only by listening. They either tell the things aloud, they speak something very loudly sometimes, or sometimes they prefer others to talk for them, read out loudly for them. So it depends. Sometimes they like audios, they like audiobooks, they even like to have some kind of songs wherein they can read or they can understand through songs. That also could be the possibility. Number 3 are those people, and third category are those people who do it by themselves. They try to have their own styles, maybe project works they do, or practical in the laboratory, what they go and do it by themselves, and then they learn. Sometimes emotionally they start learning, maybe through stories, and they create their own stories and then they learn. So there are different kinds, there are different categories. We need to assess as parents what is the learning style so that I can facilitate in a better way. That's what we've been teaching all these things in our 3-day workshops. If you really are interested to know more about it, you can click the link below. You have the description. In the description box, I've already given the link. You can join the upcoming workshop as well. And this can give you more clarity as to how to facilitate your child's learning. Number 4, try to know or assess the child's intelligence. What kind of intelligence? Of course, we have 8 intelligences, and we need to know about all these intelligences, what my child belongs to, or which category my child belongs to, whether he is logically intelligent, or he is interpersonal or intrapersonal or linguistic, or what is that he is more interested towards, or what is he inclined towards. Now this is something very important, mandatory for all the parents to know. Once you know what kind of intelligence your child has, you will know exactly what are his interests. Based on that, you can connect to the subjects that he is not interested also, and then create some kind of relation, some kind of link with that particular subject, and then proceed. Only then the child is able to retain things in a better way. The 5th point is we have to try to understand what are the strengths and weaknesses of our children. Most of them are not able to identify the strengths and the weaknesses. What exactly my child likes the most, or what is he good at? Why he is able to do things these things in a better way, and why not these? So you have to categorize and try to understand and analyze what is that reason behind these things, and why the child, what is that child interested more into. You can ask few questions. What are you proud about yourself, or what do you feel when you do these things, or what do you feel when somebody tells you about all these? So try to assess all that by asking few questions. If you are not able to get an idea, you can get some clues and hints when the child is talking about it. So you try to create what are that strengths, and through that strengths you can overcome the weakness of the child as well. Never go to only the weaknesses and say that okay, you have got very less marks in maths, and tomorrow onwards you have to only sit and do something only on math. So all the time trying to create that furious environment, it is going to harm the child. More often we do this again creates a kind of hatred towards that particular subject. So never try to do that. We need to have a very good bonding, as I said in the very first topic, that is regarding bonding. The more we are furious, the more the way we use our tonality regarding that particular subject. For example, now for example, if the child is not able to understand the concepts of math, what we do is we again and again try to pressurize the child, and the way the tonality that we use, the gestures that we use for creating that awareness or creating that interest in the child is not very appealing. We ask the child to sit and revise math. What are you doing? Why are you wasting your time? Why do you do this? You're able to sit and only play but not sit and work out math. So what happens is the way the tonality, the gestures, all these things are creating hatred towards that particular subject. So never try to do that. Rather than comparing it with others or telling ill about the child, it's better you emphasize what is the strength of the child and make him realize his strength and potential, and then try to overcome his weakness. That's how we try to facilitate the child's learning styles. I hope you like this video. If you have any queries regarding this, do let me know in the comment section so that I can reach out to you and help you in any other ways. Also subscribe to our channel so that I will be more than happy to get new and insightful videos like this.